This tutorial explains the development procedure of the touch sensor function in RL78, using QE for capacitive touch. By referring to the 3 tutorial videos, you can easily adjust the sensitivity of the created touch sensor electrode to the optimum level. In this settings section, Step 1, we will explain how to configure the software required to detect the touch sensor. It can be configured by performing simple operation on the GUI. We will use Capacitive Touch Evaluation System for RL78G23, which can evaluate the touch functions of buttons, sliders, and wheels. The button, slider, and wheel touch functions all use self-capacitance electrodes. For details of electrode board design, please refer to the application note, CTSU Capacitive Touch Electrode Design Guide. Now let's begin the development of touch sensor application. Please refer to the application note, RL78 family using QE and SIS, to develop capacitive touch applications, for details of development procedure. Let's open the E² Studio IDE, and create a new project. Select Renesas RL78 and Renesas CC RLC executable project. After entering a new project name, select the target MCU you are using for your touch sensor application. Check Create Hardware Debug Configuration and select E2 Lite RL78. Check Use Smart Configurator to complete the creation of a new project. Next, to select the clock conditions, select Operation Mode and EVDD setting, and select Hogo Clock 32 MHz for clock source. Then click the System tab and configure the on-chip debug operation setting. Select Use Emulator and E2 Lite, then remove the check mark next to Use Security ID. Next, click the Components tab and import the required modules. Select and import RCTSU module and RM Touch module. When done, import Ports module as well. If you are developing a touch application for the first time, use this dialog box to download the RL78 Software Integration System modules. To enable the sensor pin used for the touch sensor, select RCTSU module and choose the sensor pin channels used for the touch sensor. Then select the Config Port module and set unused ports to low-level output. Next, select RBSP module. Make sure initialization of peripheral functions by Code Generator, Smart Configurator, is set to Enable. Once the code is generated, the driver module settings for the project are now complete. Touch performance monitoring by QE for capacitive touch can be performed via serial communication, as well as by communication via the on-chip debug emulator. This section describes the case where debugging is executed with the on-chip debug emulator, and touch performance is monitored via serial communication. To add monitoring functionality via serial communication, select a RM Touch, and set Support QE Monitor using UART to enable, and choose the channel to use. Import the UART communication module, select the channel to use, and set the operation clock and transfer rate. Click the Pins tab, assign the UART function to the port, and generate the code. Please proceed to the next video, Step 2 Tuning. Step 2 will explain the procedure for very simple sensitivity tuning, using the QE for capacitive touch.